So Matt, can you tell us a little bit more about your illness?
Yeah. It's called IgA nephropathy. I actually got it when I was in 3rd grade, and so when I got it, I actually was sitting in class and I went to the bathroom and urinated blood, and that's the reason that I went and got tested. And it was bad kidney disease that came from a case of strep throat. And it took about 15 years for my kidneys to actually fail, but when they did, they went fast, and now I'm on dialysis because of it.
So this is basically something you'll be fighting for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Actually, if I get a new kidney, the disease will eventually attack the new kidney, but it's the wait time, or the last time of a kidney is about 15 years, and the disease took about 15 years. So they're not really worried about it affecting the kidney, but there is a small chance of it doing that.
What's the story behind you being a sneakerhead and a fan of sneakers?
I've actually been a sneakerhead since I was in the 3rd grade also. I've explained this before. My favorite basketball player was Allen Iverson, and I actually started buying his shoes first. And I was always a Michael Jordan fan, but when Allen Iverson came into the game, it was just something special that I was attracted to. The small guy that pushed and got into the league, and everybody doubted him, and he still was able to make it. And then later on in life, actually, I started buying Jordans and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been a sneakerhead ever since about the 3rd grade.
Do you remember your first pair of AIs?
Yeah, it was the Question Lows, and it was, or no, actually the mids, and it was the ones with like the grayish, brownish tip with the blue sole, the ice sole.
Okay.
Yep, that was the first one. And actually, there was a girl in my grade that had them. And that was the first time I noticed like what an actual sneakerhead was. A sneakerhead, somebody that will wear anything, like any pairs of shoes that they like. And so it was that day that I actually became a sneakerhead.
And you've just been copping ever since?
Yeah. I buy and sell now, just to keep afloat. Like I'll buy a used pair, clean them up, restore them, and then sell them, for like a $30 profit. But nothing too big. I'm not one of the resellers that buys, 10 pairs of Yeezys and sells them for $500 profit each. I don't do that.
So you do resell sneakers, though?
Yeah, I do resell sneakers. Yep, I resell used sneakers. And so, like, what I do is, I'll buy a pair, clean it up, maybe wear it, and then resell it.
What are some of the gems you stumbled across?
So my favorite pair of Jordans is the Jordan 17. It was the first pair of Jordans that, like, it was retailed over $200, and I was in middle school and was able to, like, afford it with my own money. And that's what I search for, is 17 and 18s, actually, because those are, like, a huge pastime to me, and, like, how I was actually able to afford a $200 pair of tennis shoes without like any of my parents' help or anything like that.
What are some of the other pairs you've come across?
A lot of women's shoes, actually, like Harbor Blue 3s, Sand 4s, Linen 10s, DMP 11s. I mean, any 11 you can buy and sell used and make brand new, and somebody will buy it. Probably the most rare shoe that I've ever come across that I like restored was, I would say, 2003 patent leather Jordans, the black and gold ones.
And you've been doing this since the 3rd grade, correct?
Yeah, actually, yep. I've been buying and selling shoes. I actually used to trade shoes at school. I'd walk into school and somebody would be like, hey, like, I want to wear those. And I'd be like, oh, well, I want to wear those. So we'd trade shoes for the day, and then at the end of the day, we'd get our shoes back.
What's your personal sneaker collection like now?
Right now, it's actually all stuff that I like to wear. I don't have anything that I'm selling. It's all SBs, Jordan 17s and 18s. I have a Grail collection that I have, like Glow Futures, What the Kobe's, the Yeezys, Bread 4s, Bel Air 5s, Hair 1s. And I mean, Hair 1s just came out. They're not a very popular sneaker, but I love it. It's probably one of the best sneakers that I own. Fear 4s, I love Fear 4, any of the Fear pack. But yeah, I mean, I would say I have about 100 pairs of shoes right now that I wear. That I rotate through, and a lot of them that I'll never end up selling. Any of my 17s I won't sell. I just grabbed the white and blue 17s with the CD and the suitcase, and so those aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Honestly, the ultimate grail that I got was the Bel Air 5s, because Fresh Prince used to be my favorite show, and 5s is one of my favorite models, so I would say that is probably one of the best shoes I have in my whole collection.
Wow, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. And so, I mean, like I said, the Yeezys is the most hype and the most expensive, But just like for love of the game and love of the shoe, I would say it's the Bel Air 5s for sure.
So can you explain how you were able to cop the Yeezys?
Actually, I won them in a raffle. There's a lot of like raffles going around now that like they do charity raffles, and then whatever profit from the raffle is, it goes to charity. And I bought one slot and I won them for 90 bucks. It was actually, I was just saying, my buddy brought me home this good luck charm from Turkey, and I blame it on that because ever since that, it's been up from there. So,
Are you a fan of Kanye's or just the sneakers?
I'm actually a huge fan of Kanye's and also the sneakers, just the hype around them and what they cause. And I mean, just like, I like the style, but I would rather have, you know, a pair of Yeezy Plats actually so I could wear them, but they cost $3,000 and I'm not going to buy a pair of $3,000 shoes to wear. I don't, you know, I can't afford that, but these are the, I don't know how to say it, but I guess these are the broke man's Yeezys because they don't cost $3,000, so I had to have a pair.
So you would say that these are more reasonably priced?
I would say, yeah, these are actually, I mean, when the Plats were being released, there was no way I was getting a pair. I tried for 5 days straight, and there was nothing. I mean, I was on vacation, and I was on my phone, like, the whole time I was on vacation trying to get them, and there was nothing. When these came out, I had a couple in my cart. They got cart jacked, but I eventually got them, and so it's just like, I would say these are a lot easier to come by than any Yeezy 1 or Yeezy 2, for sure.
Can you tell us about some of the offers you've received for your sneakers?
Yeah, I've received many offers. I mean, like I said before, 90% of them have been like real people that are just trying to give me a kidney for the good of humankind. And some of them like have been actually hitting me up and being like, hey, like, you know, like what size are those Yeezys? Can I trade you my kidney for the Yeezys? I had one guy actually hit me up last night. He started off at, hey, I'll trade you the Yeezys for the kidney. Then it went to, hey, I'll trade you your Yeezys plus $5,000. Then last night it went to, oh, I'll trade you your Yeezys plus $10,000. And it's just like, dude, like,
wow.
Yeah, and it's just like, dude, where are you, like, I don't understand why you're even messaging me right now. Like, I know every story has said it's illegal to buy a kidney. And so, like, for somebody to be in my inbox now saying, hey, like, you know, you can buy mine for 10 grand, it's just like, dude, like, no, I can't. I'm sorry. It's not legal. Like, I can't do it.
So people are actually offering their kidneys?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had, and the thing is it's so remarkable how many people have offered it for free. They don't want fame. They don't want anything. Like if they will get tested, I won't even know. And if they don't get tested, I don't know. So just the fact that they're in my inbox offering to get tested is enough for me.
So do you prefer Kanye's Nike or Adidas silhouette?
Nike, honestly.
Nike?
Yep. I shouldn't be saying that because with all this Adidas hype going around, but yeah, just the Yeezy Plats, honestly. And it's the Yeezy 2 Plats. I'm not really a fan of all red sneakers, so those Red Octobers that came out that were probably the most hype Yeezy of all time, I don't really like them. But
okay.
I love the colorway of the Plats. I like that pink and the glow sole.
Has Kanye or anyone else from his camp contacted you?
No, not yet, but like I was saying, I don't expect him to either after he said he would. It's just for him to actually respond and say that pushed the story that much further, and I appreciate that in itself. So if nobody from his team actually contacted me, it wouldn't make or break my day, but I mean, it would be awesome for Kanye to be like, hey man, like, I heard your story, I'm pushing for you, like, you know, just have a blessed day or something like that. But it's not all about Kanye at this point. Like, I'm starting a nonprofit organization today, and I'm going to start pushing this to where I'm actually going to help more people than myself.
Yeah, of course, of course. If you had the chance to meet him, what would you say?
Sneaker Bar actually asked me this question, and I would say one man really can change the world. It's like, dude, you wrote these lyrics, like, do you believe in them or not?
How does it feel to be getting support from the sneaker community?
It's amazing. I can't believe the support that I'm getting outside the sneaker community. People that don't even know what the Yeezys are, and they're just like, dude, I don't want your tennis shoes. Like, I've seen your story in GQ magazine, and I'm just trying to give you a kidney. I mean, it started in the sneaker community, and then it turned into so much more, but I'm going to try to keep it in the sneaker community also because that's where it did start.
What message would you like to relate to the sneaker community or others fighting illness?
If I get anything out of this story, it would be to every single person that's not an organ donor to become an organ donor. there's different levels to it. They don't just take out all your organs, you know, and then when you get buried, you have no organs. You can do it to where they just give a kidney or just give a liver. And so that's my message now. That's to where I'm getting to where, I mean, there's 101,000 people that need a kidney transplant, and I think 12 of us die a day. And that's ridiculous. I don't believe anybody should die, honestly. And so if somebody becomes an organ donor, maybe they can save a life. And so after you're gone, I mean, just the satisfaction of your family knowing you saved a life, that in itself should be enough.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I just wanted to say that I'm going to start this nonprofit organization, and I'm not letting this die down. It's not something that's just 5 minutes. I'm not looking at 5 minutes of fame like the fame's over with. Now I'm going to use this to push for so much more and help so many more people.
You have the fly wire laces over, like lace accents over here. It still has that traditional lacing hole. Don't be scared, guys. I know everybody afraid that they might pop on you. We see a pink toe box right over here, followed by a gray check.
Just strictly sneakers. There's got to be more to life than sneakers.
Exactly.
Like, go out, enjoy yourself. Have a nice meal. Go out with your friends. Wearing the sneakers, of course you're going to be wearing the sneakers.